All right, it is time now for Hot Takes or Toast. Question up on our Facebook page. BYU has not given up a touchdown through 2 games. How good is this defense? 3 points allowed.
They're first in the country in fewest points per game.
Numero uno.
1.9 points a game.
That's not how that works. It's ASU math right there.
I didn't study math.
1.5 points per game.
Yeah. No touchdowns through 2. I mean, if we're going to shower Utah with all this love, deservedly so, then we need to shower BYU's defense with all this love.
There it is.
I'm not sure the level of competition is any different.
Not very good in both cases, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cal Poly is a better FCS team than Portland State, but man, if you're a top 25 team, you're miles in front of anybody from the Big Sky anyway. So what's the point of determining who's better there?
Exactly. Well said.
UCLA and Stanford both look like a mess.
Yeah.
It's headed for the bottom of their
I'm just shocked at your
respective leagues.
disrespect for UNLV. Pick second in the Mountain West.
Yes.
We've often said the Mountain West has the top teams can beat the lower level teams in other conferences that are perceived to be bigger.
We have seen that.
And that's exactly what we saw again. So it's
That's
really
what
not.
happened.
You're a history guy. You got yuck. The guy loves history. We give him history on a silver platter, and he still is surprised.
Yep.
You history denier.
I
Yes,
know.
that's what I did. I denied history. New coach, 2 new starters, but you digress. Now, once again,
They had tons of transfers, man.
BYU's defense isn't getting the credit it deserves.
Is.
No.
Sure it is. Who is not?
This segment should be about BYU's defense, not about me and my poor judgment on football games played in NFL stadiums and domes in Southern Nevada.
It is not. I know life revolves around you, and you think the show revolves around you. I understand that. Believe me, 23 freaking years of having to deal with this nonsense.
Deal with the nonsense. I'm running out of air.
It is about if we're going to praise Utah,
Yes.
then BYU should be getting the same praise because they essentially have played the same quality of schedule. It has nothing to do with you, my good friend. We'll have the rest of the month will be about you. But right now, this segment is not about you. It is about you. If we're showering Utah with the praise, then we need to shower BYU because they're playing the same type of competition. I think that's inarguable.
BYU hasn't given up a touchdown through 2 games. How good is his defense? Derek, they've played 2 nobodies. LOL.
Let me repeat.
And Dallin does. So has Utah.
Right. And Utah, deservedly so, is getting a ton of love. There's 3 things I count on in life: death, taxes, and Joel Klatt loving Utah.
I thought you were going to say a ton of love.
Right. That's what he does. Those
But
are the
Joel
3 things I
Klatt-
can count on.
Joel Klatt is steady as a rock.
Death,
when it
taxes,
comes,
and Joel Klatt loving Utah.
you expect him to break into song at any moment.
Right. And so with
Not
that in
complaining
mind,
about that, complaining that there's disrespect for the Mountain Time Zone for years.
oh yeah, that
And
absolutely.
The fact, and
yes.
the fact he lives in the Mountain Time Zone has got to be
More
part
of
it.
us, the better.
Part of the magic.
Yeah.
That he
Obviously,
is
I have
aware
a
of it.
bias toward
Yeah.
it, but I'm just saying they're receiving so much love based on beating nobody, and here BYU's beat nobody. BYU had a better season last year, so the love needs to be spread around. Spread the love, spread the love, spread the love.
Jared says elite BYU defense, but still against dog bleep competition. It's the offense and offensive play calling, especially in the red zone, I'm worried about. Bear will be awesome, but this year will be a learning experience, and I fear that will keep us from being contenders.
Well, we're still criticizing A-Rod here. After all these years, all the success.
I got to say, I was
still
surprised.
a bum?
I was surprised, but there were a lot of people who thought he was a bum on social media. And it just kills me when people criticize the play calling because, all the plays that are available. Here it is, John, not the proper mix or sequencing of calls.
Oh, brother.
Because you could get up there and do it.
They won the game by 24 points. No, it's not that they should. They're fans. Locke has pulled that with me when I want to criticize the coach. Well, what would you call? I have no freaking idea what I would call. I'm paid to second guess, not to first guess. Pay me $5 million, $10 million, and maybe I would play a couple. But to criticize a media guy, that's ridiculous. Or a fan, that's not their job. Their job is to criticize or praise. So I've got no problem with that. It's just that I don't understand that knowledge or that point of view at this point. The objective is to win the game, not give UNLV or UNLV, give Stanford life. What would you win? You want to win by 27, not by 24? Is that what we're doing here?
No, that's a bad line of thinking. We've seen that line of thinking explode, and it leads to bad things.
Right.
So, no.
A-Rod presents a plate of plays that the kid can eat. Now, later, he's going to eat more. But right now, this was so predictable, though.
100%.
You've got to let the young man grow. Everything is brand new. First road game, first conference road game, on and on and on. He's going to walk in to Boulder and whatever their capacity is, 50,000 or whatever it is, that's what he's going to face. And he's going to face nothing like it until he faces it.
How many times before the Colorado game can he face a sellout road crowd in a conference game?
Yeah.
0.
Right. That's going to be huge. I mean, they're throwing, as you said last week, Delaware and Colorado on the middle of the Saturday afternoon. It's all about Deion Sanders.
Yep.
And so you'd have to think that, well, now you're going to have BYU, assuming that they can go and beat East Carolina. You're going to have a 3-0 team versus Deion.
As long as Colorado doesn't do anything really crazy here.
Yeah.
They have a primetime game with Houston Friday night.
That's going to be a huge deal.
Yep.
And he's going to need to grow. You're going to have to allow him to grow. Once the second this story broke about Retzlaff, I came back saying this is what it's going to be. I've been saying it for months now, and sure enough, that's what we're going to have.
And Gary Croton talked about this 20 years ago, and we see it over and over. We saw it in the Bronco-Titan game yesterday. He said rookie quarterbacks and freshmen can be good between the 20s. They can step up from their previous, high school to college or college to pro. But in the red zone, there's so little space, they almost always struggle. And sure enough, the number one pick in the draft, they moved the ball, they kicked 4 field goals, they lost the game. Freshman quarterback here, and like you said, you knew it was going to be the freshman quarterback almost immediately. And sure enough, they're struggling in the red zone. It's just not surprising. They moved the ball. It's not like it was 3 and out all night long. They had drives. They had possessions.
And some of it wasn't on him. They had a holding call, and this and that.
Kalani went into that in the post game. He's going to make sure.
But this is about their defense anyway. We're talking about their defense.
Their defense isn't giving up yards, and it isn't giving up points. And there will be better competition, and so obviously they're not going to give up 1.5 points a game all season long. These numbers are going to change. But when it's done, is it going to be a top 10 or 20 defense? I don't see why not. And is it going to be top 2 or 3 in the league? Which, didn't used to be anything when we had 8 and 9 team leagues and your top 3, your top third, that's nice. Now we have these 16, 18 team leagues. Man, you're 1, 2, or 3.
Actually, I think it means more when they have only 8 or 9 or 10 teams because that means you're playing everybody. So I can argue that it means more because everyone's playing each other.
They're going to miss some awesome offenses and pad their stats?
I don't have their schedule memorized.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Nor do we exactly know who the best offenses are going to be, right?
Right. But when you play everyone,
apparently Baylor can score. We do know that.
That's fair. That's a level of fairness that relative to stats that you rarely have in college. And so here we've got this situation going on with this defense. I mean, number 57. Kalani doesn't even call him by name now. That's how special he is. Number 57. Well, that's Tanavasa. And so there you go. He's brought what they didn't have. And their linebackers, collectively, you can argue that they're as good as they've ever been.
That's saying a lot. There's been a lot of NFL guys going through there. Mm-hmm. But to your point, they're really good now. It looks like they've got really good depth there. Not decent depth, really good depth.
And they have 2 stars at the top.
Yep.
Not really good players, stars. Stars at the top.
Guys who are going to play on Sunday, guys who are going to go to the league. Give me some other cliches so you don't say NFL.
Well, Monday and Thursdays.
Okay.
They're really, really good. And they've got some experience. We've been waiting for Falatau to break out. He He is, you look at him physically, wow, that's an athlete. You just look at him, that's an athlete. And now he's a sophomore. He's going to get better. He obviously had the pick, and they brought him in the post game, and he's getting better. And they've got some other guys there that, they got a 3 or 4 man rotation amongst the 2 spots, and they're looking good. But they were supposed to be good, and they are. Jay Hill really knows what he's doing. I would imagine that he's going to get more. He turned down a job last year or in this recent offseason that he could have had, and so now I think he would get more opportunities. If I'm Andrew Luck, man, I'm keeping an eye out. I saw it firsthand. They kept showing Andrew Luck on television every 5 seconds.
Don't give up on Stanford. This guy's going to fix everything.
Well, I mean, this is crazy in which the world we live in. He's not the athletic director. He's not the head coach.
Yeah.
But he got the most face time and camera time of anybody related to the Stanford program. I mean, I would have liked to seen what was up with John Elway. What was he doing Saturday night? But that's the world that we live in today. And so you've got Andrew Luck getting a first-hand look at this defense. I mean, I have no idea what Andrew Luck is going to decide here, but Jay Hill, I mean, he's got to be considered. This is phenomenal work that he's done. I mean, you realize that the year before he took over, they gave up in like back-to-back games 660 yards to Arkansas and 500 and some yards to Liberty, and I believe those games were back-to-back. And that's just 3 years ago, and now we're talking about one of the best all-time defenses? Did they just luck into that? Did Jay Hill just luck into that?
He's really good at identifying talent, good at developing it.
And Yak was sitting right there. Falatau says Jay Hill is a genius.
That's exactly what he is.
Yes. He's a genius. I don't know how he does
Stanford.
it,
All
but
the
he
geniuses go to
knows
Stanford.
every play that's coming. And Jack Kelly, who's played with him now at 2 different spots, right,
Weber
for
State,
several
yeah.
years, he's essentially saying the same thing. That's very impressive.
Utah scored 106 points in the first 2 games. How good is the Ute offense? We'll get to that next. Stay with us.